Hi, my friends and family. It is I, Trey Smith, and this is my YouTube and Odyssey channel, Trey's Missing Tunes. My daily ritual, Trey's timeless 15 minutes of explain. Today I ask the 2023 proverbial question of the moment. Is California trauma bonded to the new normal? She was born in a high time Mississippi. Papa was a copper, Mama was a hippie. She grew up in California on the streets, and she didn't know that there could be anything more than tyrant and poor. Another way to survive. California suck on this. Simultaneous flunking release. California, can't you see? The devil made you, now they want to tear you to pieces so tiny. So it's California, the old world you knew. I'll rest in peace. You're my priestess, I'm your priest. Yeah, yeah. I don't really need your bullshit. That's why I try to use you to liberate it. Your masochism is gonna be suicidal. The grapes of wrath is not the way to live or die, it's just bull. Is California trauma bonded to the new normal? I mean, do people really believe this idea? Woke? Well, again, the dark side is always really obvious. They call it woke. If you're awakened, you're woke because you have to live in the past because we got the money, we make the rules, we built these institutions, and we're going to tell you what awakened is, and it's in the past. Lived. The devil's always lived in the past, so you're awoke, you're not awakened. Go cut off your breast and become a man, like we said. Whatever. La di da. How many genocides does it have to take to get to la di da? So the Russian mafia calls California the big store. I wonder why, huh? Because everything is for sale in California. And but they don't want you to buy this. They don't want you to donate money to this show because I'm saying a whole lot of things they don't want you to know. Ho 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 ho! California, the money hose. They can't allow me to exist at all. If I'm gonna let them be if I'm gonna let some big massive anonymous corporation in San Bruno that put a free utility open source platform on the map, YouTube. Yes, I'm thankful to California when it's not augmented and the weather's perfect and the Humboldt organic cannabis products are easily available in the awesome amounts of wonderfully healing books and once in a while running into somewhat enlightened masters and friends acquaintances around here. Yes, it's an awesomely powerful healing place. The California Republic is exquisitely physically beautiful. However, in the second bardo, it contains every type of mind control in this town, in this particular part of this county. This university is one of the top 5 most largest massive mind control operations on the planet, probably, or at least in the United States. So, la di da. So I gave out 20 of these paper little, basically business cards for this channel, at least to truthers or people who love to talk about the truth, who love to expand their mind, talk about the Christ, who love to hear me talk about Satan and tell the truth. And none of them watched it. Why did none of them watch it? Could this be related to a little bit of all these things the crazy schizophrenic Trey told you? Could it be that they're not actually schizophrenic conspiracy theories and I'm not on meth? Did it ever occur to you that maybe everything I said, as far as I know, was the accurate portrayal of the truth? And that since my last name is Smith, I just thought it was a clever, easy thing to be inspired by J.P. Sears and call it myths so that I could get away with it. And of course, I was just looking at this free newspaper, and coming several months after Kanye lost his multi-billion-dollar contract with Adidas, for simply stating the obvious. Then, oh, yes, when I made the Yahweh video questioning Yahweh, it had to be nobody saw any of my videos since then. Isn't that cute? Satan, you're so cute. Okay? But guess what? It doesn't matter. Because I am me. And if one person sees this and they show it to another person, and I could, as long as I'm entertaining, this is what I've learned from the dark and the light side of that race is how to be engaging and entertaining. So, because, not just because they pull the strings, but because neuroticism does make great comedy too. Okay? So I gave out 20 of these paper cards to truthers who were so full of our narcissistic predator entities and their ego that they won't even watch my channel. I'm surmising, I'm guessing that's the reason, okay? So when you think about the archetypes of the zodiac, California is literally the nurturing Virgo hero bully rescuer. The nurturing mama who's got to belittle you and make you less than and make you impoverished and make you the dependent, overgrown baby who receives because she can't hire you. She can't give you a job because there's 50 other people applying for every job you want, and you don't want to work at Burger King because you were born again. So you have to be a baby. Okay, the whole thing is orchestrated, man. Like it's all, it's funny but not. Okay, it's the nurturing Virgo hero bully rescuer who runs with the mafia and is a Freemason. We have all the connections, and we're gonna hook you up. But you have to do exactly as we say. And you're on a gag order. You can't admit weather engineering or there's anything wrong with these shots. You can't admit to your friends who had sudden adult death syndrome. We're all vaccinated. You can't admit that. Oh no, did I say that? That's not allowed. No. Is coastal California real estate a vampiric waste of time? When you think about if you were born again like me, or if you were enlightened master, would you be like Sai Baba and be able to cough up the millions to participate, or Yogananda, or would you? There was Yogananda here before it was too insanely expensive. Would Yogananda still have afforded LA now? You see, the thing is that the way the whole game is played is the singular game of the survival mode of me. As long as you believe this narrative, you could easily, unless you're extremely, you have lots of millions, tens of millions of dollars, you can easily become lost in that. And even if you have tens of millions of dollars, several years later, they'll have all your money, then you become lost in the little me. So this goes back to Lemuria, man. They say Santa Cruz and Kauai would be some of the last remaining lands of Lemuria. So I feel a tremendous amount of mother love, nurturance in the Santa Cruz Mountains and when I visited Kauai. I do feel they both have the energy of Mu, the ancient continent of Mu, Lemuria. But see, in those days, they had the first hybridized race, the reptilians, set up on this planet, which was called the dinosaurs. And so the dinosaurs would try to eat us and attack us. So we'd have to hide in these caves. So some of the oldest bloodlines here around me in the coast of California that have been here ever since the continent of Mu, they have a very, very strong survival ability. Like they could survive almost anything, almost any kind of abuse, psychological, physical, weather weapons, but they don't. It's almost like a knee-jerk instinctive reaction amongst a lot of them to like never speak out against the devil or never try to make waves because they understand how the archons and the zetas, I guess intuitively, some of them intuitively, how that would fuck them up. So we've been hiding from the dinosaur, or make their life a lot more complicated. We've been hiding from the dinosaurs. Then we had the conquistadores when they killed off all the natives to build the mission system. Then there was Hollywood, which of course amplified and intensified all the Dark Lords already existing human blood sacrifice based inverted cultures. The invention of the mainstream media then brought the inverted ways through television, the presentation of television worldwide. We had a lot of child trafficking, the San Francisco homosexuality, the San Francisco. This free newspaper just reported that they recently, a couple months ago, San Francisco announced transgender basic income. If you get a sex change operation and you live in the city of San Francisco, they'll give you basic income $1,200 a month. So they're, I wouldn't say bribing, but they're giving you incentive to take the knife, to let the surgeon give you the reassignment. They'll pay you up $1,200 a month. Let me get some comments if anyone has any thoughts about that. Okay, socialist is like a fist in a velvet glove. Here's your free money, but you can't have housing. Here's all the cannabis and all the even good cannabis you could smoke, but you're not going to have anyone to smoke it with. They're all too busy being slaves or psychopaths. And we have a lot of help for you if you're needy, but it's going to be most of the time HELP. Help, help, help. I don't want your socialist Nazi Zionist help. Okay, the corrupted welfare systems, the forced acceptance of poverty in your face to counterbalance the plutocracy hiding in the mansion place. Okay, there we go. So you see, they got all these people. Some of these tweakers are getting welfare to scream and to cause fear in public, so that you'll be a good slave for your box. A friend of the devil, saying Jerry Garcia, is a friend of mine. Deadhead's still wearing a mask 3 years into the scamdemic, huh? The scientism death cult, originally Silicon Valley hub. Okay, it originates from the Silicon Valley, right over here, the next county over. This is why they can just, for days out of the week in Santa Cruz, not let me go online. 80% of the people here are vaccinated, and all of these fake scientists or scientists on the payroll, the big boys, are on the gag orders, of course. And we have the acceptance of wage slavery, as I've said many times, also, which leads to, or is related to often, the acceptance of the narcissistic predator entities which lodge in the ego of the unaware. The major mind controller programs are kosher here, man. They're cool. Under the Obama administration, they've re-legalized mind control through the media and universities. It's kosher, okay? That's how sick these Nazi Zionists are, okay? Now, through threats and bribes, most people keep quiet. And all this amazing, also we have all this amazing organic food and organic cannabis medicine, and now we have the decriminalization of shrooms. So you could I've literally begged people for shrooms and have them give me shrooms in the public eye legally, no problem. To have the most beautiful mountain bike trails and the best waves in the continental USA. People will be slaves for the box just for these wonderful amenities, man. They will accept the weather warfare where you have this insane, crazy space fence crazy atmospheric river for weeks at a time. Nobody's going to say anything about that in the whole state except Dane Wigington and me and about 5 other people. And you have the yearly fires. How insane is that? Okay? If you like this, subscribe and click the notification bell, and I'm going to send you more.